who's ready for their next read? Rona from The Bookmark is back with her top picks this month. Rona, thank you so very much for being here today.
It's great to be here.
It's cool. I get to interview you this time. Normally it's Jordan.
Excited.
Yeah, this is great.
I'm looking forward to it.
This is cool. Okay, so where do we start?
Well, we start with, I don't know whether it's hot or cold out, so I don't know whether you're reading snuggled in a blanket or on the beach, but either way, there's something good to read. I'm going to start with a great novel. This is not about us, and you should look at the cover because it's a picture of a cake.
Oh, cool.
This is what, I don't know if this is redundant, a dysfunctional family. They've had a fight for generations about an apple cake recipe. That's the picture.
Okay.
These three sisters have had this fight, and one of them is now dying, and the other two sisters are there still holding a grudge.
Oh, no.
And all the generations below are like, we're done with this. We're ready to move on. So she is the queen, Allegra Goodman, of a good family saga and all the dysfunction that goes with it.
Okay, great.
And we'll all see something about ourselves
Absolutely.
in there. I'm afraid that's the truth.
Yeah, yes. I'm sure that there will be plenty of absurdity that we could relate to, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
This is Once and Again. Now, this is really cool. This is about these three generations again of women, and they each get a silver ticket at birth. And the silver ticket gives them the opportunity to undo one moment in life.
Oh, wow.
So the mother has, her husband was killed in a car wreck, and so she brought him back. That was how she used her silver ticket.
Okay.
And the daughter is conflicted about what to do. Should I solve some world catastrophe? I could keep a flood from happening. I could do something amazing. I could not break up with a boyfriend. Or I could just let life take its path and not use my silver ticket, which is what most people do. So,
oh, interesting.
It'd be a great book club discussion.
That is a really good book club discussion. That's wild. What would you do?
What would I do? I would hope that I would make a good decision. I think I'd let my life live the way it is and maybe do something for the world.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I like that.
Good question, thanks.
Yeah, I think I'd probably do much the same, right? Like all the choices that you've made lead to where you are right now, and I like where I am.
Right, good. That's good to be able to say.
Okay, well,
when you're my age, you'll feel the same way.
I hope so too. I'm pretty sure I will. All right, what's next?
The Architect of New York, and this is fascinating. I lived in New York for 12 years, and I've seen all these buildings that they talk about, the St. John the Divine, the Oyster Bar at Grand Central Station. And this is an architect from the Gilded Age who was from Spain who designed all these vaulted tile ceilings that nobody's really ever heard about him. So it's a great view into the city and other cities, Boston, Philadelphia. And also he had a really interesting life. He went bankrupt a couple times, not so good with his money. But very popular with women, had a couple of wives, not necessarily sequentially.
Okay.
In different locations.
Scandalous.
And then you get some history. Stanford White, a famous architect, is in there. The World's Fair is in there. So you get a lot of good stuff from this.
Yeah, I used to live in New York for 5 years. I was in Brooklyn, so this would be very cool for me. I would love this. Yeah.
You would. You'd recognize all the places and go, wow, I'd never heard of him before. So
right.
There you go.
Okay, what's next?
We the Women. This is sort of about Women's History Month, and this is Nora O'Donnell, who was a TV anchor, and she's written a book that goes from 1776 to the present in 5 different time periods about the women who shaped our country for the 250th.
That's amazing.
It is, and some of them we know, Eleanor Roosevelt, and some of them we don't know. This woman Roebling, who her husband got incapacitated, so she oversaw the building of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes.
Oh, so you do know about
I do,
her.
Miss Roebling. Yeah,
See?
absolutely.
Okay, well then you'll have to find somebody else who's a secret.
That's neat. That's very cool. Okay, what else do we have?
So this one, The Best Dog in the World, in the spirit of full disclosure, we just got a puppy.
Hey,
and
congratulations.
so we now have the best dog in the world, but these other people seem to think that theirs is the best dog in the world.
That's how it is. My dogs are the best in the world.
That's right. So these are different authors writing about their dogs and why they're the best dogs in the world.
That's great.
And one that I thought was really interesting, she starts by saying in this essay, the dog dies. There's a website you can go on that says, does the dog die?
No.
Because people will read a book, there can be war, mayhem, maiming of bodies and murder, but just don't, as long as the dog doesn't die, they're fine.
Yes, that is really true. I like, there's a lot of times when we're watching movies and stuff like that, I'm like, if they hurt that dog, I'm changing the channel.
So you can go to Does the Dog Die and find out before you watch the movie, so you don't have to live in that torment.
Exactly, okay. Okay, last but not least, right?
Okay, so we have 2 events. One's tomorrow night. Our Simon & Schuster publisher rep is coming, and she's going to talk about great books from Simon & Schuster.
Okay.
And then next week on the 24th, Natalie Keller-Reinert is coming with the book The Jump, and it's partly set in Ocala. It's about horse eventing, so we have horse country in Florida. So.
That's great. Yeah, we do have horse country. It's beautiful. Like, we go out there by Ocala and stuff like that. It's absolutely
all
gorgeous.
Those great fenced-in areas. So you can picture that when you read about this. This is a little bit of the intrigue and pettiness.
Okay, great. I'm also interested in that. I'm sure there's quite a bit of it.
Good.
Okay, so all right. So where are you guys located?
We're located on the corner of First and Orange and Neptune Beach.
Okay.
and come see us. We're open 7 days a week.
That's amazing. Miss Rona, it is awesome. I'm so
Thanks,
glad that
David.
I finally get to interview
I am too.
you.
It was nice meeting
This is cool. These
you.
are great books. These are all very, very cool. I'm really interested about the one with the architecture. in New
Absolutely.
York.
That sounds perfect for me.
That is very cool.